Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video. I hope you're well. We haven't had a video for a couple of weeks. It was of course Shavuos, so I was very busy getting ready for that. And we had a wonderful Yom Tov together. And then I was off to Israel last week for the beautiful wedding of Hadass Faraj, daughter of Kili and Yaakov. So that was a wonderful simcha to be a part of. I'd like to also wish firstly Refuah Shalema to Jennifer Shoham and also to Rolls Jackson, both of whom have had operations recently, and we hope everybody is doing well. Finally, we're getting some real summer weather, and I hope you're all enjoying it. This week's Sedra is Behaaloscha, where we read of Aaron HaKohen, Aaron the high priest. His job in the temple was every day he would light the menorah, and it says at the beginning of the Sedra, when Aaron would light the candles, God instructed him how to do it, and it says God, Aaron did as God commanded him, and the commentaries point out that of course he did as he commanded him. We're talking about Aaron, we're talking about the high priest. Of course, Aaron, one of the greatest people in Jewish history, of course he did as God commanded him. What's it telling us? So there's different ideas. I want to share two of them with you. The first one is, Rashi tells us, Shalosh Shino, he never changed. That means he came every day with the same enthusiasm. For all the 40 years in the desert, it was never a matter of, I better go. Oh, it's that time of day again, right? I better go off and light the menorah. No, every day he had enthusiasm. It was an honor and a privilege. The first day he did it to the last day, he never took it for granted, and that's something we all have to apply to ourselves. So many times, the first time we do something, when we start a job, when we maybe remember ourselves as a mitzvah boy, the first time we put on tefillin, it was very exciting. The first time we do things, it's always exciting. But then to do it day in, day out, eventually it becomes a bit of a chore, a bit of a bother, and we have to push ourselves. But Aaron HaKohen, he understood the value and how precious the mitzvah was for him. It never became a burden at all. So that's one lesson, the enthusiasm of Aaron. Another idea I heard this week was that tells us about consistency and reliability. If you're given a job, you have to do it. So many times in life, we have responsibilities, and some people don't like responsibility. They feel it's like a yoke on it weighs them down, and they want to break the shackles. But Aaron understood, no, God has made this my mission. This is my job. And therefore he did it reliably and consistently, and never took a day off because he fancied a break. He never went off for a holiday. No, he took his job with reliability and consistency. If someone has a shop or a business or a profession, that's the attitude we have to have. Successful people are people who do things well all the time and who commit to do things properly. And that's really a message we can take. So not just the enthusiasm, but also the reliability, because that's really what makes greatness. They say to become an expert, there's studies shown you have to put in something like 10,000 hours of practice to get to real expertise. And that's what Aaron was doing. He was becoming completely connected to the mitzvah by doing it every single day. And that's the idea behind many learning initiatives nowadays. They've got the idea of a daf yomi, where people do a page a day, or an amud, a single side a day, or Mishnah every day, or the works of the prophets, but splitting them up and then doing them daily, consistently, building block after block after block after block, and then you can look back after a year or two and say, wow, look how much I've accomplished because I just put in every day 5 or 10 minutes. It adds up and it's cumulative, and the sum eventually becomes the sum of the total becomes greater than the individual parts, and you have a wonderful an amazing amount of knowledge, or a wonderful edifice, or something you've really created just by doing bit, and building and building and building. So that's a wonderful lesson we can take with us from this week's Sedra. Number one, to do things with enthusiasm when it comes to the supporting the community, volunteering, making the minyan, right? To do it with enthusiasm, to commit, to be reliable, that they know you're going to be there when you say you're going to be there, wherever that is in life, to be reliable, to be committed, and to know that is how one achieves greatness. Wish you all a wonderful Shabbos.